Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Big Bitter Warrior. Welcome back. Long time no see. I want to hop right into this. Today, what I want to talk about is mag bandoliers. Also, how they can be used as like low-vis chest rigs and whatnot. I have a few great options. I'm going to hop right into this. So this first one is by the Commando store. I'll put the information in the video somewhere for you. This is the 84 bandolier. And this one, it's actually pretty dope. So there was a huge markdown on these because I guess they were like mistagged or something right here. So you can get these things for like under 50 bucks, I believe. But it's based off of their Type 84 chest rig. And this thing is a unit. Now, so this is a magazine bandolier that you can use for AR mags. You can put 8 AR magazines in here, or I believe like 4 AK mags. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to check that for you. But the ability to have 8 extra mags on you is pretty dope. This thing can fold down and go into like a kit for resupply. And that's pretty dope. I did a video on a different mag bandolier, by Combat Arms. We'll go over that later on. But if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. So, as prepared citizens, as capable goons and whatnot, we all know there's nobody coming to save us. So we have to be our own resupply. We're the only ones that are going to be there for us, right? So that being said, having the ability to stay in the fight, not run out of ammunition, is pretty essential. So this is something that you can throw in a kit bag and have at the ready. What I like about this is, like I said, you can throw this in a bag. You can pull this out and you can throw it on and get in. Now, I like that this is going to be a grab and go system. If you really wanted it to, this is something that you can keep at your door, ready to throw on if there was something happening. You need to grab your rifle, you need to grab extra mags and get out and get into the fight. This is something that you can do that with. Or, like I said, this can just be your resupply. Now, I like this thing because, like I said, it can be a standalone system. So you can take this bandolier and simply strap it now you got yourself at the on-demand chest rig. You have 8 magazines at the ready, and the ability to put 2 tourniquets or whatever you see fit there on the sides. I also like that it has like these straps here, like this mollying, so you can add whatever type of sustainment that you want, anything that you need really. So just for context, I have a D-ring here with some gloves on there. Keep that there. And what I'll do is I'll typically push that there, and I'll have my gloves just running, at the ready. And then I keep these shears here on this other side, and I keep tourniquets on both sides. Alright? Now, as a capable goon, I feel like this is a very great piece of kit. Something that, the ability just to have 8 mags alone is pretty dope. And also the ability to have a on-demand chest rig, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Now, if you don't need it as a chest rig, we've gone over it can be just a bandolier. I like that you can add this to your existing kit, and if you wanted to, you can take this. There you go. It's nice and snug to your body, and you can move about. You can do what you got to do. And if you really wanted to, you could wear it like this if it was standalone kit. But if you're already wearing some type of chest rig, plate carrier, or whatever, you can use this. Now, food for thought. If you wanted to, you could get a low vis, slim plate carrier, something like this. This is the Condor Vanquish. You can get this, put this on, then put this thing right on over it, and you'll be good to go. That you got a nice little ready-made kit. Alright? So, this is definitely something to think about when you're considering kit and capability. We preach on that a lot here on this channel. Alright, next piece. So this next piece of kit, this is something that I've gone over before in the past. We're going to go over it again because I feel like it needs an honorable mention. And that's going to be this. This is the Combat Art bandolier. Now, I've done a full video on this before. It was kind of a quick one, so we'll just go back over it again. So, a mag bandolier, alright, you know, simple Simon shit. This is something like I just said, the last piece of kit, that you can put this in a sustainment kit, whatever. This is a great way to resupply. A great way to have 6 additional mags to your already existing kit. If need be, you could take this, fold this down, take this strap here, this little strap here, and put this cinched down to where, you know, all of this is just in a kit ready for you, like in a bag, a kit bag, ready to be deployed when need be. If you need to, you know, resupply mags for your kit or whatever. Or, if you're like me, this can be, oh shit, this can be some more kit, right? You can put this on and get right back in the fight. This can be something that if you wanted to, you can add this to your EDC, just in case if there's an active shooter, God forbid. This is something that you can put in your EDC bag, keep in your vehicle, whatever. I mean, anything really that's being shown can be, you can do that with. Now, there are limitations to this one that this one definitely makes up for, but I think that this thing still does definitely have a place in your kit. Like I said, like the ability to be able to grab and go additional mags, that's great. Now, what I don't like about this is that this does not have the ability to like scale up or anything like that, like the 84 bandolier does. But I do like that this is handmade by a veteran who fucking hates pedophiles. So this is very well thought out. Like I said, it's handmade, American made. I love that. Right? These, I've had this thing for a few months now. It took a while to get it because, like I said, it's handmade. But these mags only come out like when I'm like training. Now, honestly, like I don't train with this as much, but I have a few times. But these mags are always in here. Is my point. And they've kept like their shape. They have nothing's loose in here. Everything is staying in place. You know. I remember when I did the initial video, people were complaining. They're like, "Whoa, this is a great way to lose magazines." Shut the fuck up. No, it isn't. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Like, check it out before you like talk shit. Watch videos or something. Even if you don't want to spend your money, like, check it out. You know, use your shit. Then you'll understand. You know, it's gonna work. This has been tested before by people doing cool shit. All right. Let's move on. Alright, so this one is by Combat Arms. I think this is a great piece of kit. This is something that you should look into. There's a few things that I've done with this, working and just having it. This is like I feel like this actually could be like a pretty dope standalone like piece of kit. I've gone as far as like wearing this to work and having this like under a coat or whatever. You can put like, you know, move this to the side and, you know, no one will know the difference. You know, no one will know at all that you have 6 AR mags in your body. If you need to, you can simply turn this around, get into the action, do what you got to do. Alright? Something to think about. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, now these last two aren't bandoliers per se, but they do deserve a mention in this video. We're going to check them out right now. Now, one of them, I've actually done a video on one, and in another, it was part of a video. It wasn't exclusively about that item. Alright, so this first one was this. Oh, sorry. And this was the video I did on the low vis chest rig. Now this is still till this day a solid fucking purchase. I use this thing all the time for work. If you don't know what I do, go back and you'll figure it out. So I use this a lot. The line of work that I do, I gotta be very low vis, very low key. Now I just threw this 37 millimeter around in here just for context, just to show you like what you can keep in here. These little side wings are made for like magazines, like a pistol mag or whatever. So what I traditionally keep in here is something like this, like a mace bomb, something like that. That's what I'll normally keep in there, or like a multi-tool like the MP60. Like I've had this for like 20 years and I stay with these things. If you're a cop, if you're in the military, then you get what I'm saying. Alright, now this is a low vis chest rig. I'm going to post pictures in this video with me wearing all of these different things so you can get a better idea of like what it looks like. But like I said, I've done a full video on this one, so check it out. That this thing is fucking solid, and you can get this on Amazon. I'll put the link for all of these different things in the video, so don't worry, I got you. Now this is made by Active Pro Gear, and like I said, you can get this on Amazon. I can't remember the pricing. I'll put that in the video for you as well, but it's held. It was worth the money. It's held. Like, these mags are in here. They work. This is something that you can simply throw in a backpack, keep in your vehicle, whatever. Like me, I carry a rifle with me. I've done a video on that on my extended EDC. I carry a 10.5 with me at all times in a backpack. So this is great to be able to just throw in there, have it, put it on if I need to, and like I said, I just mentioned, so this is also part of my extended EDC. If I need to, now these are soft plates, don't get me wrong, but it's better than nothing, alright? If I needed to take this, put this on, any one of these items, I can easily put over this plate carrier and have extended capability, and that's essential. I feel like, especially in today's world, all this stuff that's going on, we need to be prepared, we need to be capable. I've always say, get strong and get efficient at violence. Alright? And I think the big thing in the preparedness community is that people are always going to try to sell you more shit. I think squaring away yourself is the biggest prep that you can have. Your body is your first weapon. So taking care of your body and your mind is essential. So that's why I always talk about mental health, because it's important. As men, we're not really supported in that aspect. Alright? So these are all fairly cheap things. These are not going to break the bank. I think this plate carrier, the most expensive thing out of any of these things is probably the plates that are inside this carrier. Because I believe this carrier is probably like $50 or $60. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll let you know. All right. But yeah, so like I said, this is something also to think about keeping. Now, what I like about this carrier in particular is here on the sides, on these cummerbunds, you have the ability to put mags in there. What I used to do is I used to keep a radio when I was a cool guy, and it was part of my job. I used to keep a radio, spare mag, or med kit, whatever. So that's something to think about. And like I said, this is a Condor Vanquish. Like you see, this plate carrier is used. It's fucking used heavily. But it's still holding through, and I've had this plate carrier for 3 years now. 3 or 4 years, I'm not 100% sure. I think, yeah. Carrier is used. It's fucking used heavily. But it's still holding through, and I've had this plate carrier for 3 years now. 3 or 4 years, I'm not 100% sure. I think, yeah. Had it for a minute, and it's still fucking kicking. There are no issues with this thing. I hate when people be like, oh, that's Condor. Bro, you're Condor. The fuck? Like, people always talk about, oh, that's airsoft shit. Airsofters actually go out and use their shit, my guy. Alright, so the other honorable mention is this. And I've mentioned this in a video before. You can go find it somewhere. It was on one of my EDC videos. This bag I've used for years, and as like a truck kit. So I like this because it has the ability to carry 6 mags. And now, like I said, this is not a bandolier. It's not a chest rig or anything like that. But if you needed to, you can use it as such. I go over that in the video that I'm referring to. Right? So you have 6 mags right here. 2 mags in each pouch. Right here on the front. Right? AR mag. Simple Simon shit. And then you got a big open area right here. What I used to do is I would keep I would keep medical in here, and I would keep chem lights, and a high-vis vest. And that's because if I needed to respond to an active shooter situation, I would put on a high-vis vest because I want to relate to, you know, whomever, first responders, that, hey, I'm here, I'm armed, I'm engaging said suspect. I did a video on the 3Ds, and if you don't know what that is, go back and watch that video. So if you want to be able to get as much information out as possible. Like I said, you know, if you're in the military, if you're a cop, you know what the 3Ds are. But if you don't, go check that video out. All right. So high-vis vest was something that I kept to explain, like, hey, I'm the guy with the gun wearing the high-vis vest. I'm engaging the bad guy, right? All right. So high-vis vest, medical, chem lights. Here on these side pouches, what I would keep is, like I said, you know, I love these things. I keep these a lot, and in the work that I do now, I use them a whole lot. These things are gold. I'll put a description for these as well, and I'll keep like zip ties. I'm out of zip ties right now because I've been working a lot, so I'll keep like zip ties or like handcuffs or whatever. But I love zip ties because, you know, they're cheap. It's easier to replace zip ties than it is handcuff. All right. So all of these things are great options for extended kit or for a resupply option. Like I said, this has always stayed in my vehicle. I've kind of like gotten away from keeping it in my vehicle, I guess, because my life isn't the same as it was before. I'm not doing the same type of things I was doing before. I'm not in the same environment. So it doesn't necessarily stay in my vehicle unless, you know, I'm going to an area where I feel it's necessary. But like I said, this is something that you can get for very cheap. This bag, I believe, I got this on Amazon for like $30, and I've had this bag for years, and it has not failed me once. Now, it can kind of function as a bandolier as well. It can also kind of just become like a little chest rig if you really needed it to be. Something to think about. I think like a lot of people are really caught up in brands and shit like that. Get something that works for you. Get something that you can use comfortably and efficiently. That's the key word, is efficiently. Having all this shit won't mean anything if you need it and you have no clue how it fits on you, how you react to it, how you like things to be. So having shit just to, you know, have is irrelevant. You need to have things that you know are going to work when you need them. Alright guys, I wanted to get this out for you. I haven't done a video in a while. Things are coming together here on the homestead a little bit better, so I'll have the time now to, you know, get videos out more frequently, at least like once a week. Alright guys, let me know if you took value out of this information. If you want to see more content like this, or if you think it's fucking stupid, let me know. Alright, remember, get strong, get efficient, have violence. This is Big Bitter Warrior. I'm out.